Have you ever been startled by a bird suddenly flying into your home? For some, it's a moment of fascination, while for others, it brings an uneasy feeling, maybe even fear. Is it just a random occurrence, or does it carry a deeper meaning? Throughout history, birds have been seen as more than just creatures of the sky. Many cultures consider them messengers, bringing signs of fortune or forewarning misfortune. A swallow or a sparrow entering a house is often seen as a symbol of good news and prosperity. In contrast, birds like crows or owls have long been associated with ominous predictions. But are these beliefs mere superstition, or is there something more to them? From a scientific perspective, a bird flying into your home may have a much simpler explanation. It could be lost, searching for food, or seeking shelter from harsh weather. Yet, time and again, people have reported uncanny coincidences between a bird's visit and significant events in their lives. So, how do we separate spiritual signs from natural occurrences? What should you do when a bird enters your home unexpectedly? Let's dive into the meanings behind these messenger birds and how to interpret their presence in your life. Before we begin, take a few seconds to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more fascinating content. Let's get started. Number 1. The omen of the hawk. A symbol of conflict and power struggles. Have you ever seen a hawk soaring high above, its sharp eyes scanning the earth below? There is something undeniably majestic, yet eerie, about this bird of prey. With its keen eyesight, powerful wings, and razor-sharp talons, the hawk is a born hunter, ruling the skies with precision and dominance. But what does it mean when this fierce creature appears in your life? In many cultures, hawks are seen as omens, messengers of fate that bring important warnings. Unlike gentler birds that symbolize peace and harmony, the hawk carries a very different energy. It is a symbol of conflict, disputes, and power struggles. When a hawk enters your world in an unusual way, especially if it flies into your home or appears repeatedly, it may be a sign that turbulence is ahead. The presence of a hawk often signals battles for control. It could manifest as legal disputes, family conflicts, or even workplace struggles. Have you been feeling tension with a colleague or a loved one? Are you involved in a legal matter that seems to be escalating? The hawk's appearance is not random. It is a warning to be prepared. Just as the hawk circles above, before striking its prey, unseen forces may be gathering around you, ready to challenge your position. So, what should you do if a hawk flies into your home, or appears persistently in your surroundings? First, do not panic. If the hawk has entered your house, open the doors and windows, allowing it to leave naturally. Forcing it out aggressively might only amplify the energy of conflict that it represents. Instead, see its presence as a call to reflect on your current situation. Now is the time to examine your relationships and interactions. Are you engaged in unnecessary battles? Are there unresolved disputes that need to be handled with wisdom rather than force? The hawk teaches us to observe carefully before acting, just as it does before swooping down on its prey. Instead of reacting impulsively, maintain your composure, especially in legal matters. Keeping a level head can prevent minor disagreements from escalating into full-blown conflicts. While the hawk's omen may seem like a warning of negativity, it also carries an important lesson. Awareness is power. The hawk sees far beyond what others perceive, reminding us to rise above petty arguments and choose our battles wisely. If handled correctly, even the most difficult challenges can become opportunities for growth and clarity. So, the next time you encounter a hawk, ask yourself, what is it trying to show me? The answer might just change the way you navigate the storm ahead. Number 2. The omen of the seagull. A harbinger of chaos and change. Have you ever stood by the shore and watched a seagull soar effortlessly above the waves, its piercing call echoing across the sea. These birds, with their white and grey feathers, are familiar sights in coastal areas, often seen scavenging for scraps, or circling fishing boats in search of an easy meal. While they may seem harmless or even amusing, as they squabble over food, encountering a seagull in an unusual setting, especially if one flies into your home, may carry a deeper meaning. Unlike birds that symbolize peace, the seagull carries a different kind of message. It is often an omen of upheaval, whether financial instability, sudden career shifts, or personal turmoil. If a seagull crashes against your window, or enters your home, take it as a sign to prepare for unexpected changes. Just as seagulls flock to food sources in times of scarcity, their appearance may warn you that resources could soon become tight. Have you been ignoring financial risks, or making impulsive decisions? Now is the time to reassess. If this bird finds its way inside, don't panic. Open a door or window, allowing it to leave on its own. In the same way, don't resist necessary changes in your life. Adapt and prepare. But how exactly should you respond to this warning? First, take a step back and evaluate your financial situation. Do you have enough savings to cushion an unexpected expense? If not, now is the time to start setting some aside. If you run a business, review contracts carefully and avoid unnecessary risks. Rash investments or uncalculated financial moves could lead to trouble down the road. Beyond finances, this is also a time to reconsider your career and personal stability. Have you been sensing instability at work? Are there signs of upcoming layoffs? Or have you been considering a job switch? The seagull's appearance may be urging you to secure your position, update your skills, or prepare for alternative options. If you're in a leadership role, be mindful of company finances and potential disruptions in the market. On a personal level, a seagull's warning extends beyond money. Its chaotic nature suggests emotional turbulence, perhaps conflicts at home, shifting relationships, or a general sense of disorder. Use this moment to address unresolved issues with loved ones and reinforce the foundations of your relationships. While the seagull's arrival signals potential turbulence, it also offers a lesson in resilience. These birds survive in even the harshest conditions, always finding a way to thrive. By staying alert and making wise choices, you can navigate any storm that comes your way. So, if a seagull unexpectedly appears in your space, ask yourself, am I truly prepared for what's ahead? The answer could determine how well you weather the changes to come. Number 3. The omen of the vulture. Vultures are widely considered omens of bad luck, swarming across movies and TV shows. With their grotesque appearance and reputation for feeding on human corpses, unlike hawks or eagles that hunt with precision, vultures have a different role in nature. They are scavengers, feeding on the remains of what has already perished. Their bald heads, often seen as eerie or unsettling, serve a practical purpose: to stay clean while consuming decayed flesh. These birds are nature's silent cleaners, ensuring that death does not lead to disease, but instead to renewal. But what does it mean when a vulture appears near your home? In many cultures, vultures are symbols of death and decay. Their presence often evokes unease, as they are closely associated with the end of life. If a vulture is seen circling persistently above your house, or perching nearby, it may be a sign of impending hardship. This could manifest as illness within the family, financial decline, or the closure of an important chapter in life. Unlike birds that bring messages of rebirth, vultures serve as reminders of what must be acknowledged and released. However, before fear sets in, it's important to understand that a vulture's presence does not always signal literal death. Instead, it warns of the need to address what has been neglected. be it health, emotional well-being, or personal stability. Just as vultures are drawn to weakened creatures, their appearance may reflect your own vulnerabilities. Have you been ignoring signs of exhaustion? Are there unresolved issues festering beneath the surface? The vulture is urging you to confront these truths before they consume you. If you notice vultures near your home, take it as a call to action, rather than a reason for despair. Start by prioritizing health. Schedule medical checkups for yourself and your loved ones, especially the elderly and children, who may be more susceptible to illness. Pay attention to emotional and mental exhaustion as well. Stress, if left unchecked, can be just as damaging as physical ailments. Beyond health, vultures remind us to let go of what no longer serves us. Is there something in your life that has run its course? A toxic relationship, an unrewarding job, or unhealthy habits? This is the time to release what is draining you. Just as nature allows the old to decay, so that new life can flourish. While their image may be unsettling, vultures are not creatures of destruction. They are agents of transition. They ensure that nothing lingers beyond its time. If you encounter one, don't see it as a curse. See it as an invitation to cleanse your life, to prepare for change, and to move forward with renewed strength. Number 4. The omen of the magpie, a sign of secrets and shifting fortunes. The magpie, with its striking black and white plumage and sharp, intelligent gaze, has fascinated and unsettled people for centuries. Unlike other birds that blend into their surroundings, the magpie demands attention. Its chattering call and bold nature set it apart. Known for its uncanny intelligence, this bird has an unusual habit of collecting shiny objects, often stealing trinkets and treasures, to store in its hidden nests. But beyond its mischievous charm, the magpie carries deep symbolic meaning. When one unexpectedly appears, especially if it enters your home, it may be trying to deliver a message. In many cultures, magpies are seen as omens of change, mystery, and even betrayal. Their dual-colored feathers represent opposing forces, light and dark, truth and deception, fortune and misfortune. Depending on where you are in the world, spotting a magpie can mean vastly different things. In Western folklore, a single magpie is often considered bad luck, associated with loneliness, sadness, or even the arrival of bad news. In contrast, two magpies together symbolize joy and harmony. If only one magpie enters your home, it may indicate emotional isolation or impending loss, whether of trust, friendship, or stability. The magpie's reputation as a trickster also connects it to deception and hidden truths. If one crosses your path or lingers near your home, it may be a warning to reevaluate your relationships. Is there someone in your life who is not as honest as they seem? Could you be placing your trust in the wrong person? The magpie urges caution. Secrets may soon be revealed, and not all news will be pleasant. However, this bird is not purely a bringer of misfortune. Its intelligence and adaptability also signify resourcefulness and survival. If a magpie has made its presence known to you, take it as an opportunity to become more aware of your surroundings. Now is the time to guard your personal information. Be mindful of gossip and avoid impulsive decisions that could leave you vulnerable. So, what should you do? If a magpie flies into your home, first, do not panic. Open a window or door, allowing it to leave naturally. Its arrival is not a curse, but a signal to pay closer attention to the people and situations in your life. Take this as a moment to reflect. Are your relationships built on honesty? Are you allowing unnecessary worries to cloud your judgment? The magpie reminds us to strike a balance between trust and caution, between skepticism and faith. Despite its ominous reputation, the magpie also symbolizes intelligence and adaptability. By staying alert and making thoughtful choices, you can turn any challenge into an opportunity for growth. So, if a magpie appears, listen carefully. There may be more to the situation than meets the eye. The fifth bird on our list is the crow, a creature long shrouded in mystery, superstition, and folklore. With its sleek black feathers, sharp eyes, and eerie, raspy core, the crow has been both feared and revered throughout history. Unlike other birds, crows seem to possess an uncanny intelligence, able to recognize human faces, solve complex puzzles, and even communicate warnings to their flock. However, their frequent presence near graveyards and places of mourning has cemented their association with death and the supernatural. When a crow enters your life unexpectedly, it is rarely without meaning. In many cultures, crows are seen as omens of transformation, often linked to endings, losses, or major life changes. Their jet-black plumage and haunting cries have led people to view them as messengers from the other side, bearers of news that is rarely welcome. If a crow flies into your home, perches on your rooftop, or calls out persistently near your window, it could be a sign of impending loss. This loss may be literal, such as the passing of a loved one, or symbolic, representing the end of a phase in your life, be it a relationship, a career, or a way of thinking. However, crows are not merely harbingers of sorrow. Their intelligence and adaptability also make them symbols of foresight and transformation. While their presence may signal an unsettling change, it also serves as a reminder to prepare, to face the inevitable with wisdom rather than fear. The crow does not bring misfortune. It only reveals what has already been set in motion. So, how should you respond? If a crow appears near your home, first, take it as a sign to check on the well-being of your family, particularly the elderly, or those struggling with illness. Schedule a health checkup, encourage loved ones to take care of themselves, and remain aware of any ongoing health concerns. This is not a reason to panic, but rather a gentle nudge to be proactive in protecting those you care about. Beyond health, the presence of a crow is also a call to bring balance to your surroundings. Consider lighting incense or offering prayers to honor your ancestors and invite peace into your home. If you have been experiencing tension or negativity, take steps to cleanse your living space. Declutter, introduce calming elements, like plants or soft lighting, and create an atmosphere that fosters positivity. Though often feared, crows are not merely birds of darkness. They are guides through change. They remind us that while endings can be painful, they also pave the way for new beginnings. So, if a crow visits you, do not dismiss its message. Listen, reflect, and embrace the transformation that life is preparing for you. Number 6. The White Pigeon. A gentle reminder from fate. A white pigeon at your window feels like a peaceful moment, its soft feathers glowing in the light, its presence almost too delicate for this busy world. Unlike the grey pigeons darting between city streets, this bird carries a quiet grace, a touch of something beyond the ordinary. It has long been a symbol of love, peace, and spiritual connection. Released at weddings as a blessing, at funerals as a farewell. But what if one flies into your home, uninvited? In many beliefs, a white pigeon is more than just a visitor. It is a messenger. If it enters your home and then leaves, it may simply be reminding you to slow down and appreciate the present. But if it lingers, struggles to leave, or worse, dies inside, its message becomes much stronger. This is often seen as a sign of change, of parting ways, of something in your life reaching its natural end. It could be a relationship drifting apart, a loved one growing distant, or a shift in your life you have not yet noticed. But don't let fear take over. This is not a sign of disaster, but of awareness. The pigeon does not bring loss, only the realization that time is moving forward, with or without you. Have you been too caught up in the rush of daily life to notice the people who matter? Have you left things unsaid, assuming there will always be another chance? This is a nudge from fate. Don't wait until it's too late to cherish what you have. If a white pigeon dies in your home, treat it with care. Gently bury it, honoring its presence. Then, take a moment to cleanse your space. Not out of fear, but as a way to reset. Light a candle, burn incense, or simply sit in quiet reflection. Most importantly, turn your attention to the living. Reach out to family, reconnect with loved ones, and be fully present in the moments that make life meaningful. A white pigeon does not come to bring sadness. It comes to remind you of what is precious. Its message is simple. Love deeply, appreciate fully, and never take time for granted. So, if one crosses your path, pause and listen. It may be telling you something your heart already knows, but has been too busy to hear. Number 7. When the starling knocks. A message you shouldn't ignore. You might not notice a starling at first. It's a small, speckled bird, often blending in among flocks, its voice lost in the chatter of 1,000 others. But what if, instead of staying with its group, a single starling finds its way into your home? Unlike larger, more solitary birds that command attention, a lone starling feels out of place, almost as if it has come with something to say. Starlings are natural mimics, capable of learning human words, copying the calls of other birds, and even imitating mechanical sounds. In folklore, this ability to borrow voices ties them to the idea of hidden messages, gossip, and secrets. When a starling appears unexpectedly, especially inside a house, it may be urging you to pay closer attention to the words around you. Are you hearing the whole truth? Or is something being left unsaid? If the bird is calm, it might be a simple reminder to listen more carefully, to be mindful of how you communicate with others. However, if the starling flutters frantically, struggles to escape, or taps insistently at windows, it could be a warning. Miscommunication, betrayal, or an unseen problem may be unfolding. In some traditions, an anxious starling represents gossip or deception. Someone may be speaking in half-truths, or information that has been hidden from you is about to come to light. What should you do? First, don't react with fear. Open a window or door, giving the bird a way out. A trapped starling doesn't mean disaster. It simply means it's time to reassess your relationships and surroundings. Have you been ignoring a difficult conversation? Are you trusting the wrong person? The starling's visit is a reminder that words, whether spoken or withheld, have consequences. Beyond releasing the bird, consider taking a deeper look at your personal and professional relationships. If there has been tension, now is the time to resolve misunderstandings before they grow. If you've been feeling uneasy about someone's intentions, trust your instincts and set boundaries where needed. A starling may be small, but its message is not. It comes as a whisper before the storm, a chance to correct course before miscommunication turns into conflict. If one enters your home, don't ignore it. It may be the sign you didn't know you were waiting for. The last bird on our list is the screech owl, a small yet haunting presence, with glowing eyes that pierce through the darkness, and a chilling call that echoes in the stillness of the night. For centuries, people have associated this bird's cry with an ominous warning, not because it brings misfortune, but because it often appears near homes where illness lingers, or where life hangs by a thread. But is the screech owl merely a harbinger of fear, or does it carry a deeper message? With its speckled brown or grey feathers, the screech owl moves unseen, blending effortlessly into tree bark. Its flight is near silent, its gaze unblinking, its hearing so acute that it can detect the faintest rustling beneath fallen leaves. This quiet, watchful nature has led many to believe that it senses things humans cannot. If a screech owl perches on a rooftop, or calls persistently near a home, some cultures see it as a forewarning of loss, perhaps the passing of a loved one, or a life-altering event, just beyond the horizon. But does the screech owl truly predict death? Or is it simply a messenger, revealing what we are too distracted to see? In many cases, its appearance coincides with a time of transition, be it a shift in health, an emotional loss, or a significant transformation in life. Instead of fearing its presence, one can see it as an opportunity to pause, reflect, and protect what is most important. If a screech owl appears near your home, resist the urge to panic. Instead, take it as a gentle reminder to check in on yourself and your loved ones, particularly the elderly, or those facing health challenges. This may be the right time to schedule a checkup, rest, and strengthen emotional bonds. Additionally, lighting incense, offering prayers, or cleansing your space can help restore peace and balance. A home filled with warmth, love, and harmony is always the best shield against negativity. The screech owl is not a creature of doom. It is a voice in the night, urging us to pay attention to what is fragile and precious. So if you hear its call, don't react with fear. Listen closely. Perhaps it is only reminding you that time with loved ones is not infinite, and that expressing love is something that should never be delayed. How to recognize birds that carry omens. Throughout history, birds have been seen as messengers between the physical and spiritual worlds. While most birds pass by unnoticed, some appear in ways that seem too unusual to ignore. Their behavior, timing, and interaction with people often hint at something more significant. Recognizing when a bird is delivering an omen requires attention to the circumstances of the encounter. One of the most telling signs is unusual behavior. A bird behaving strangely, such as flying erratically, tapping persistently at a window, or circling the same area multiple times, often draws attention. If a bird enters your home unexpectedly, or refuses to leave, some believe it is carrying a message. Likewise, a bird that seems disoriented, distressed, or acts in a way that defies normal instincts may be signaling an imbalance or disruption in energy around you. The number of birds also plays a role in interpreting omens. A lone bird appearing in an unusual manner may symbolize solitude, an important personal realization, or even incoming bad news. In contrast, two birds together often represent harmony, partnership, or an upcoming union. A restless flock, moving chaotically in unpredictable patterns, can indicate confusion, change, or an unsettled situation that may soon unfold. The bird's condition further deepens its message. A healthy, strong bird appearing suddenly may be a sign of guidance or protection, urging you to move forward with confidence. However, encountering a wounded or dead bird can be more unsettling. This is often seen as a signal of an impending ending, whether it be a phase of life, a relationship, or an emotional burden that must be released. The timing of the encounter also holds significance. Birds appearing during moments of personal doubt, illness, or major life transitions may reflect the emotions and challenges at play. Seeing an omen bird at dawn often represents new beginnings or an awakening, while an appearance at dusk or night may hint at an ending, a hidden truth, or an unseen force at work. The way a bird interacts with your home is another key element to consider. A bird that flies inside a house, whether by accident or intention, is traditionally believed to bring news or change. If it perches on the roof and calls out loudly, some view it as a warning regarding family matters, health concerns, or an unexpected visitor on the horizon. While beliefs surrounding bird omens differ across cultures, they all emphasize one thing: when a bird's presence feels extraordinary, it is worth paying attention. Whether it brings a blessing or a warning, it serves as a reminder to trust your instincts, reflect on your surroundings, and prepare for what life may be signaling to you. How to respond when an omen bird brings bad luck to your home. When a bird linked to misfortune enters your home or lingers nearby, don't let fear take over. Birds do not bring bad luck. They are messengers, signaling change, warnings, or energy shifts. The best response is not panic, but awareness and action. If the bird enters your home, calmly open windows and doors to guide it outside. Avoid harming or scaring it, as many believe that treating nature's messengers with respect helps neutralize negative energy. Once the bird has left, cleanse your home to restore balance. Burning incense, lighting candles, or sprinkling salt near entryways can help shift the energy and bring a sense of peace. If the bird is injured, handle it with care. If possible, place it in a safe, quiet space, and contact a wildlife rescue center. Helping a wounded bird can symbolically transform bad luck into a good deed, shifting the omen's meaning toward healing and protection. If the bird dies inside your home, it is important to show respect. Do not simply discard it. Instead, wrap it in a clean cloth and bury it properly, offering a small moment of silence or a prayer to acknowledge its presence. Some traditions suggest lighting incense or placing fresh flowers in the area where the bird passed to restore harmony. Beyond the physical response, take this as a moment for reflection. Many omen birds appear as warnings, rather than direct signs of misfortune. If the bird is linked to illness or loss, check in on your family's health. If it symbolizes conflict or betrayal, reassess your relationships and surroundings. Taking action early can often prevent difficulties from escalating. Finally, redirect energy toward positivity. Express gratitude, spend time with loved ones, or perform an act of kindness. Omens do not dictate fate. Your response to them shapes what happens next. Stay mindful, embrace balance, and let the bird's presence be a reminder to take care of what truly matters. So, we have uncovered the messages carried by these 8 messenger birds. Each one, in its own way, serves as a guide warning us of changes, urging us to reflect, and reminding us to prepare for life's uncertainties. Recognizing these signs and understanding their meanings allows us to navigate challenges with awareness and resilience. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to leave a like and share your thoughts in the comments. Your support helps us continue bringing you more fascinating insights. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.